Hi everyone, this is a HP Compaq TC4200 laptop. It came out in about 2005, 2006, so it's getting on a bit now. Normally I wouldn't be interested in such an old laptop, but this one's kind of different. Specs wise, it's a 2 GHz Centrino CPU. It's been upgraded to 2 GB of RAM. It does come with 512 as standard, but as soon as you put that extra memory in, it disables it or it uses it for the graphics. Talking of graphics, it's got an Intel GMA 915 chipset, so it runs games. I wouldn't expect anything past 5-6 years ago to run on this, but it's nice to have the option of some of the mid 2000 games will run fine on it. Before we go on too much, just look at a few of the features of the computer. It's got two options of using a mouse here. The keyboard's actually very good, types very well. On the side here we've got obviously the on-off button. We've got a USB and a Wi-Fi. It also does have Bluetooth. Wi-Fi runs perfectly fine. This side we've got another USB as well as the microphone and headphone sockets, as well as a PMCIA slot and a SD card slot. Lastly, around the back we have modem port, another USB and your network port, VGA, and also a port that allows you to use a PS2 style keyboard and mouse, which could be quite handy. So yeah, what's the big sort of reveal? So we'll just show you this. It actually swivels round and you've got yourself a tablet PC. So there, right down here, press this button and the stylus pops out. Right, let's have a look at the screen itself. There's a stylus. It's got a button that will enable right mouse click when held down, or you can also just hold down and it should act as a right mouse click. I usually find that's a bit temperamental, but anyway, it does do that, and obviously just clicking is the left mouse button. So yeah, it works really well. It's basically a Wacom touchpad screen, so expect a good quality sort of response when using the stylus. I've got an art program sort of set up already, and as you'll be able to see, I'll just draw some random things. It works fantastically well. As you can see, it's just like writing on paper. So there you go. Not too sure what's going on there, but as I say, it works perfectly well. You can also use the eraser at the end of the stylus to rub things out, and it works pretty good. For most artists or people that just like to doodle, again, it's probably the best touchscreen computer I've ever used, and considering this is quite an old unit, it's quite an achievement. Right, secondly, we can load up the internet. It's got good handwriting abilities here, so we press this button and it will come up. So let's type in the search bar. Let's have a look for this actual laptop. TC4200. Insert. Practically got it right there. It should still pick up. And there you go. We've got websites appearing. I've found this 99% of the time works perfectly. It just detects, I know that's more of a feature of Windows, but I mean, the screen works so well it can pick anything up. So again, using some good handwriting software, you could easily write Word documents with this, and just normal browsing is quite good using this. Maybe not so quick as using an iPad, but it still works very well. Thirdly, as I said, it does run games. Oh, I've just got to plug in the USB for this part. Must also say the speakers are actually quite loud and clear in this. There we go. Right, we'll test out a game that was released around the time this the laptop was made, so it gives a good indication. Now, for this one in particular, you do need to have it on quite low graphics settings. You can also rearrange the screen so it stands up and still use it. Okay, so as I did say, it is on low settings, but it will give us an idea of how it runs. Okay. Now, one thing I must say is, although the touchscreen element works very well for games, I think it would work better with slower games rather than fast action games, because I've discovered using the right mouse click on this is a bit of a painful experience. So, oh, it's right. Right, as I said, using right mouse click there, you just need to hold that down, and it works pretty well. I've tried to play this game with it, and it is a bit fiddly, but it does the job. I'm sure you could get used to it. I think being able to use your fingers might be a bit better, but it's not that type of screen. So let's just come out of that. There, it's also, as standard, comes with only a 60GB hard drive, which is a bit of a shame. I would like to upgrade that if possible, but generally IDE hard drives, especially at a large size, are quite difficult to come by. But apart from that, it is a good little machine. I wouldn't advise it as a games machine, but if you want something to draw on, it is probably one of the best sort of laptops, touchscreens I've used. And I've always liked being able to use a stylus rather than fingers, such as on an iPad, as it's very difficult to get fine lines and actually see what you're doing. But yeah, if you can pick up one cheap, I recommend it.